All right, I posted a video earlier today, which I had actually taken 2 days ago, of this particular circle garden that I was talking about, and then the sort of second layer down here, which is kind of like a half circle that comes around the back of it. Again, we live on a hill, so everything's sort of staggered down. And then below this is actually like another little garden place right here. If you saw the video I posted earlier today, then you would have seen how much of a mess like all three of these spaces were. And you can see here that this is all coming up with daffodils, all that green. Those are all daffodils coming up. So I typically like to clean this garden up this time of year as the daffodils are coming up. It's beautiful once they start blooming. It's such a transformation from just the overgrown awfulness that it looked like, yesterday morning compared to what it's going to look like in a couple of weeks. And so that's why I'm going to keep kind of documenting this. And same with this garden. You can see the bright green shoots coming up. Those are paper whites right there. There are some daffodils. Those are a little bit thicker looking there. There's several other things in here. There are lots of irises, which are the ones coming up right there, a little bit like pointier. And then tons of bee balm in these gardens as well. All three of these gardens actually get bee balm. But what was interesting is actually when we moved to this property, you had no idea that this circular garden was here. You could see the front rock wall here. This is like the end of the driveway where I'm at. And so you would come up and you saw just these couple of rocks in the front, and then like that thing sticking up in the middle, that pole was there. And that was it. And we started like uncovering the rocks one rock at a time. And I swear this has been how our property has gone since we got here. Is like we'll find a rock and then we'll be like, oh, there's another rock next to it. And we'll uncover the next rock and then the next rock. And lo and behold, it's like a rock wall somebody built 30 years ago. Everything was just so overgrown. So you could not see this circle at all when we first moved here. And there's a big birch tree right there. And you can see sort of up in the birch tree, there's still some old vines hanging from it. But that birch tree was completely covered. You could not see that birch tree when we moved here. And you had no idea that all of this was over here either. And so we uncovered all of this. And there's some lilacs right back there that will be blooming soon. But this is, it's old. Like you can see the backside of this is falling down. So I did arrange the rocks a little bit so that I could kind of walk up the backside of this. And I am not a rock wall builder. This is not something that I know how to fix. So this is all just interesting. And we're working with what we've got here. And even the amount of cleanup I've done here, this took probably 3 hours yesterday and 3 hours this morning. It's nowhere near perfect. There is so much grass and weeds in here. It's awful. But this is what I have time for. And this will make it look 10 times better than if I did absolutely nothing. And when I raked all of this out, did I take it all and put it in bags and put it by the side of the road to get rid of it? Nope. I put it right back there. I just tossed it right behind the little rock wall on the tree line where it's all going to get mashed down and stop weeds from growing right there, because that is the easy thing to do. Yeah. And I'm all about making things work easier, less effort. That is my kind of gardening. So this will be beautiful later this year. So will the other parts of this. The cats love to like lay right in the middle of this garden. They'll get those paper whites, and the daffodils will get really tall and they'll like lay right in the middle of them. It's quite funny. But it's a beautiful little garden. It was a nice little surprise right here at the end of the driveway, honestly. All right, that's today.